It has been quite a while since I've been able to do a video talking about some new Dragon Ball projects, animation related stuff in the works, and finally we have some news here on what we can expect to come to Dragon Ball next. Of course, we had most recently Dragon Ball Super Broly, we had sort of the continuation of the manga, we have had Superhero release, and of course most recently we've had Daima. Those have been the most recent Dragon Ball anime productions we've seen, plus some manga stuff on the side, and it looks like this is probably going to be where we're going to be seeing the next iteration of whatever's coming next in Dragon Ball. So this is only in Japanese as per right now, this post right here. We do have the official Dragon Ball Games post making a quote tweet of this, saying a new Dragon Ball game project will be unveiled this January during the Dragon Ball Genki Damatsuri event in Japan. So whatever the next Dragon Ball game is, we'll see a bit of a teaser or maybe even a trailer for that game upcoming this January. But to just, kind of piggyback off of this, this is the post made by the official DB Anime Info account. Now, to just give a little bit of a backstory on this account up until, I think up until this week, was actually named, it was like DB Super 2015 or something was the name of this. So they've changed their handle to DB Anime Info, which people were looking at and they're like, oh, maybe this means something. Maybe it's, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Now it's looking like it definitely does mean something. This is an announcement for what they're calling the Genki Damatsuri. Now, if you guys remember back when Daima Episode 1 aired, they actually aired the episode early at the event called the Daimatsuri. A bit of a pun on the name here. So the Daimatsuri, obviously Daima's in the name, and Matsuri means festival. So for this one, they've kind of changed it up. Instead of it being the Daimatsuri, because it's not about Daima in particular, it's the Genki Dama, which is Spirit Bomb, and then they kind of added like Matsuri into there to combine it. So it's the Spirit Bomb Festival, which is why Goku's holding up his hands here to charge the Spirit Bomb. Then we have a bunch of different Goku forms behind him there. So this event, I mean, I could just click this button. Let's just see how the translation looks. All the latest ones, yep. Yeah, Nozomu Masako's going to be there. And they actually have the page here pulled up, so we'll look at this in a second as well. This is going to be held on January 25th, 2026. So unfortunately, it is still about 3-ish months away from now. So we got a little bit of wait in front of us here, but the fact that they are doing something like this, I think, is actually very, very good. Let's take a quick look at the actual official list. I don't think there's actually any way to change this to English, so I will need to be live translating this. This is the actual Twitter account. Yeah, there's no English on here, so we'll live translate this. Yeah, the game the Genki Damatsuri is to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball and to have a stage that reveals the newest content and have a very big new announcement for the developments of Dragon Ball. There's also going to be products sold there, and they're going to reveal information about the events. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual content here. This is how you get in. I will try to get into this. Obviously, it would be cool if I could go. I'd be able to do videos there, maybe even live stream. We'll see what happens. But there is a lottery system to get tickets for this. This is usually how events work in Japan, just because there's so many people that want to go to these things. They're actually starting taking requests today. So from now until November 3rd, they're taking requests to get into the event. I will apply. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I get lucky, and then the actual event, like I said, is going to be January. So this is the date to apply to get in. Here is like the period of them actually figuring out who wins, and then this is when the announcement comes to see if you won or not, the 7th of November. All right, so yeah, I'll do this myself later. I'll apply for this to get in. There's a map of the event, which they haven't revealed yet, and then here are the actual stage information that they're going to do at the event here. So 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Looks like, okay, they're calling this a new, I guess the literal translation of this would be like new development super announcement. I kind of find it interesting. Should blow this up a little bit. Find it interesting they're going with this as the kanji to announce the thing here. This is the literal meaning of this is super, and this is the exact kanji that they use to represent Dragon Ball Super. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean this is directly correlated with Dragon Ball Super. It could not be Dragon Ball Super, but I find it very coincidental that they would decide to use this particular kanji here, Cho, or super. Literally super is what this means. So I don't know. We'll see. This is the Genki Da Matsuri stage part 1. And then we have Nozawa Masako and Ioku Akio, who's obviously been involved in a lot of the most recent Dragon Ball anime productions. So it's him and then Nozawa Masako on the stage in the 10 to 10:45 slot. Then we have the 11 to 11:30 slot. This is the Genki Da stage. I guess they're abbreviating it as Genki Da instead of Genki Da Genki Da Matsuri. This is the stage plus super game new announcement stage. So I mean, that's obviously correlating with what they tweeted out here. A new Dragon Ball game project will be unveiled. Okay, then the 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. stage, we have pretty much the exact same thing as this. It's just part 2 of this. And then I assume it's the same people. Yeah, it's Nozawa and Ioku there. Then 2 to 2:45, we have a Dokkan Legends and Gekishin Squadra stage. So that obviously will be pretty cool. We'll see new information about those games there. This is like right before the Dokkan anniversary, so I would imagine there's going to be some info about the anniversary revealed here for Dokkan, and who knows for Legends and Gekishin. Then we have a stage at 3:15 to 4:05. This is for Fusion World and Super Divers. 4:40 to 5 p.m. we have weekly Dragon Ball news. I guess they're going to do this live there. And then 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. We have the special live stage. Kageyama. They got Kageyama for this. Okay, makes sense. So they got him, and then of course Nozawa and Ioku. So Nozawa's going to be here the entire day. It's a long day. All right. So that is especially. I mean, it's going to be these things that we're especially going to be paying attention to, obviously, for the anime purposes, and then for the purposes of my channel, this is going to be big, and this is going to be big. So we'll see. This looks like a pretty big event, and then of course we have the live stage announced here for Kageyama to show up. Kageyama recently did the reveal for the part 3 of Legends Anniversary. Did an amazing job there. This is kind of like the 40th anniversary Genki Da Matsuri logo. And I guess there's another logo coming soon that we'll see here. And then here's some of the, I guess, games they're going to be talking about here. Dokkan Legends Squadra, Sparking Zero, Super Divers. And then they said there's more coming as well. And then there's also goods that they're going to be selling, products. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is telling you how to apply to get in. I will do this on my own. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, pretty out of the blue. I mean, this is, I guess, technically an announcement for an announcement, because they haven't actually announced anything here yet. They just announced that the event is coming. So we'll see. I mean, I just wanted to make a video on this because this is a pretty big development in the world of Dragon Ball. What I would say here is, so let's just go back to the panels here. What I would say is I would expect this and this to be either one of two things, a new movie or a new anime. I think it's pretty set in stone. It's going to be a new movie or a new anime. Personally, I am a little bit more excited by the thought of a new anime, a new weekly anime being debuted here. A movie would be nice, and honestly, at this point, I'm good with anything, because Dragon Ball, you know, I would say pretty much since the end of Super has been, you know, we've gotten tricklings of things. Again, Super Broly was a movie, Superhero was a movie, Daima was a series, but we haven't really had like a massive weekly anime that went on like Super did. Like Super was the renaissance of Dragon Ball. And so if they could find a way to recapture that with a weekly anime that runs for a long time, whether it's the continuation of Super, which again, this to me seems a little bit odd that they would specifically use this kanji here. That would be the best choice, in my opinion, if they want to continue Super, or it could just be something completely different. It could be, maybe, I don't see how they would do a continuation of Daima, but maybe they finally announced that the Moro arc will be animated, that will lead into the Granola arc, that will lead into, I guess maybe they would do a retelling of Superhero as in the anime form like they did with Battle of Gods and ROF during the Super run. But a weekly anime is what I would most prefer to see. But hey, if we're getting Dragon Ball stuff that's animated, I'll take a movie. I'll take anything. But that's what I would anticipate coming for this. This is a new game being announced. I've seen some rumors potentially swirling around a potential Xenoverse 3 being announced, but that's kind of something that's been talked about for like a decade almost now. But we'll see. That's possible here. They also use the Super Kanji for this as well, so we'll see. And then we have Dokkan Legends and Squadra here. Again, for Dokkan, I probably would anticipate something about the anniversary. Legends would probably be a big character for the end of January. Usually end of January is something that's pretty exciting because it's usually lines up with Battle Hour sometimes. I think that was when Super 17 was. That was when Ultra Hit was. And then this January, actually, what was it? What was it for this? I actually don't even remember what it was. This January, it was Future Gohan and Trunks into Fusion Zamasu. Fusion Zamasu was this January release. So the character is usually pretty exciting, so I'd imagine that's what they would be announcing here. And then Squadra probably would just be a new character, I think. Squadra hasn't really been around enough for us to really pinpoint what the patterns are with the game release schedule yet, but something probably like a new character here. I'm not really super into Super Divers or Fusion World, but this is cool for people who like this. This is kind of whatever as well. And then the live is just something that, you know, is cool to see as well. So it really is just 10 a.m. to 2:45 p.m., which is the bulk of like the most exciting stuff, at least for me. What I like to cover here. So we will see. This is the event. I will be applying to get in, and if I do, we'll be doing content on this. If not, well, we'll still be doing content on it, but it will be from the confines of my office. So let me know what you guys think about this announcement. What do you want to see announced at the Genki Damatsuri? Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.